think about the Roman Empire?
All the time.
Why? What are you thinking about it?
Well, because we're in those times right now. Everybody's preoccupied with sports, movies, work, you know.
What was it you said about bread?
Well, all right. The common people, Roman Empire said that everybody was equal. Everybody had a chance. But it wasn't. The rich got richer and the poor got poorer. And they worried constantly about people rioting. Because they knew that the common man, the common people, could take over at any time. So they would bring them into the Colosseums. And they would give them free grain. They would give them bread. They would give them wine, whatever they needed to fill their bellies and block their minds from what they were angry about. They would watch plays. They would watch fights with the gladiators, sometimes for months on end. And that's where we're at right now. And I think about it all the time. Because so many people are preoccupied with their favorite football team, their favorite actor, actress, singer, and they just don't even think about what's being taken away from them. As long as their bellies are full and they're happy with what's going on, they just let it continue.
Wow. Do you ever think?
All right, Shalom. This is Gamal Yala at a great millstone in Atlanta. Want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that are pushing out the truth and sincerity. All right, it's a quick lesson. I don't have a title, but it's in response to this clip. And the individual basically was asked about the Roman Empire, and he gave a lot of similarities to ancient Rome and today, modern day society. And he made a lot of good points, a lot of good true points, which is, people are distracted by media. They're distracted by, football, shows. Back then it was the Colosseums. And, they had plenty of forms of entertainment, but that was all designed by the rulers, the ruling class, okay, to keep people asleep and docile, okay? So yeah, we're going to get into it. This is Ecclesiastes 7:2. It says, "It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart." Okay, so it says it is better to go to the house of mourning, all right, because, well, first of all, we don't have any reason for us to be excited or happy, in this predicament. Because, hey, we're in slavery, man. We are oppressed. Okay. We're constantly, paying, having to pay bills, work our butts off, what I'm saying, for very little. And, the climate of today it's not, the world is in very, very bad shape under the rulership of these Edomites. So there's no reason to really, there's no reason to smile, and, I say that figuratively, of course. You do have happy moments, so I don't mean, when I say smile, of course you're going to smile. I'm saying in a sense of, of overall, you should be in the house of mourning. But it says, and these people are in the house of feasting, okay? These people are in the house, just like he even said. He said, that they gave them bread, they gave them wine, so that people would stay satisfied and full, as long as their bellies are full. And, feasting is synonymous with when you are feasting is synonymous with basically good times, you know. When the economy is good, when people are eating well, you know what I'm saying? And it says, for that is the end of all men. And just like ancient Rome fell, that was the end of ancient Rome. This is the end of America. Okay. All right. There's a lot of parallels between Rome and America today. Things such as the infrastructure, crumbling, Rome, started to neglect its infrastructure, and then also it began to put, emphasis, all their money and emphasis on the military. Okay. So the actual country, began to crumble. Okay. And every kingdom reaches its end. Okay. Every kingdom really has ended in almost a like manner, to where people are just very degenerate and immoral, and that's the, when you basically when the morals of the people deteriorate, when the morals of the people decline, okay, the country deteriorates, all right, from within. And it says, verse 3, sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. All right. So that's why it's better to be sorrowful. It says, by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Okay. So yeah, by sadness, man, is much better than being, it's much better than being in the house of mirth. I keep going. Verse 4, it says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Okay. So, yeah, you don't want to be in the house of mirth. Okay. Because that's foolish. All right. That's foolish, because you're ignoring the times that we're in. You basically ignoring you're ignoring the elephant in the room, so to speak, which is that we're really living in evil days. We're living in bad times. If these people were aware, if they were truly aware of what's going on, what's really going on behind the scenes with Esau, basically, destroying everything, then they would be angry, and they would they would be rioting, pursuant to 2nd Ezra 15, that sedition, because he also made that point too. 2nd Ezra 15:16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And so, just like that guy said on the video, which is, if people had, he said basically, if the people rose up together, they could take down the established government. Okay. Which is true. Hey, the people outnumber, if you were to get everyone on the same page and say, hey, we're not going to do this anymore, we're not going to do that, or, we're going to basically overthrow this system, then you could do that. All right. But the minds of the people are so warped. Esau is able to control people through the media so much and keep them so distracted that they won't do that. They won't, eventually there will be sedition, which sedition basically means going against the established authority. And eventually there will be that. But in the meantime, there's not, people are still asleep. Okay, people they're just asleep. All right. So that was that. Oh, matter of fact, let me keep going. Let me jump down to verse 18. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay. So yeah, because of that pride, man, pride, mirth, every bad spirit that an individual or a society can possess, America has. All right. So, these are the times that we're living in, man. And, basically Rome will be destroyed, man. Rome, which is America, spiritually America anyway, it will be destroyed. This is an extension of Rome. Rome really never fell. I mean, it fell for a period, for during the Byzantine Empire, and then it re-erected, from the Renaissance. Okay. But it says, Amos 9:8, I get Amos 9:8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord, YAHAWAH, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. All right. So yeah, the Lord is going to destroy the sinful kingdom. All right. Like I said, everything that is sinful is, upheld in America. Like that precept, I think that's Isaiah 5:20. They call evil good and evil and evil good, and they call good evil. Okay. So yeah, anyway. So basically the point being is, we're at the collapse of the society. It's much better to be in the house of mourning, and being contrite. The scriptures tell us to be sober minded, be vigilant. All right. Be sober in these days. And that's, in like mind of being someone that's mourning. Okay. So that was pretty much the point. Lord willing, you were edified. I'm going to end off by giving all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAH. Shalom. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.